dia. Primeiro quero agradecer a vocês que estão aí nessa quarta-feira de cinza assistindo a nossa live e vou fazer um agradecimento agora à academia por essa parceria tão boa e espero que será muito duradoura. Em breve vamos estar contando novidades para vocês. Thank you, Nathaniel, for staying will be with us. We are very happy with this partnership and this opportunity to explain for Brasilia or Latin America or different people from different countries about the function of Emmy Award. And I want that Jessica introduce you more, explain more what you do. And thank you very much for your time. I know that in New York it's 6:30, I think, and it's a pleasure to have you with us.
It's my pleasure to be with you. Thank you so much for having me. Time doesn't matter, you know. We're the International Academy. We're on all time zones. It's a great pleasure being here with you, and thank you for giving me this opportunity to discuss about the International Emmy Awards competition. I'm the head of the judging department, so I'm taking care of the process for entries, the rules, and helping whoever wants to submit their program to the competition to make sure that they enter right, or if they have any questions, I'm here to assist.
Right. And actually, deadline for submissions to participate in the Emmy Awards is today at noon, New York time. So Nathaniel is here with us today to answer a few questions regarding how we can submit shows and products for TV and internet in the international competition. So that's it. If you have any questions, just post on the comments and we'll do our best to answer, okay?
I'll do my best to be brief and to answer quickly so people have time to submit before the deadline.
Yeah, okay, that's great.
But I want to just make sure people know that we will be able to extend a little bit the deadline if they need time to submit their program. It's just that starting at 12 noon New York time, there's going to be a late fee added for people who submit their submission forms. We'll talk about.
So the deadline will be extended.
The deadline can be extended. It's if you can just if you want to submit a program and you know that you won't make the 12 noon deadline, you can send an email to our work department. I'm sure that we can share on Facebook that email address. It's awardsdept@imes.tv. And send a little note saying like, I really want to submit my program. Can I still do it? And we'll give you an extension.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Okay. Great. So, can we start with the questions? Is that okay if we start? So let's jump right into it. Nathaniel, how can I enter a program or programs into the International Emmy Awards competition?
To submit your program, you just have to go on our website, which is iemes.tv, TV as in television, I, of course, for international, Emmy with an S, so it's IEMMYS.tv. And just, you click, there's a banner that says, enter my program. And it just, takes you directly to the entry forms and the rules and regulations. And that's where you can submit your program. We try to make it very, very easy for everyone.
Great. And which programs are eligible to enter into the competition?
So we have 16 categories overall. So we really cover all genres of television. So whether your program is a journalistic program, which is news or current affairs, it can be a kids program. We have 3 categories for kids: animation, factual entertainment, and live action. And then we have 2 personal achievement categories for actor and actresses. So there's best performance by an actor, best performance by an actress. And I love to stress these two categories because sometimes people submit their drama series or their comedy show, and they don't think that they can actually also submit their cast. And they should most definitely submit the great actors and actresses who are part of their cast to give them a chance to be nominated. But so we have arts programming, comedy, documentary, drama series, non-scripted entertainment, short form series for programs that are with episodes that are under 20 minutes long, telenovela, of course, TV movie miniseries. And then we have one category for US programs that are not in English. So if your program is a co-production with the United States and that it aired first in the United States, but it's not in English, then it can still be submitted with us.
Okay, great. And how much does it cost to enter a program?
So the entry fee is $400 per submission. However, as I was, per submission. So if you enter your TV movie, it's $400. If you want to also enter, 2 actors, 3 actresses, it's $400 per submission. However, as I was saying, at 12 noon today, there's a late fee of $50 that's going to be added automatically for late submissions. So then it's going to be $450 per submission.
Okay, so
with a few hours to get the 400 fee.
Yeah, just a few hours. So the original deadline is at noon today, New York time, and it's going to be extended for what, 2 hours?
No, we're going to be able to accept programs for sure for another week, probably 2 weeks. But then it might be a little bit difficult to accept more submissions. But we'll do our best to extend it for a couple of weeks.
Okay, great. And you mentioned before regarding the language. Let me ask you, do you accept programs in their original language?
We do, and we want to hear the original language. And Bakuya can tell you, she's been a juror for us for many years now. I think that jurors want to hear the original product, the original audio. And I think that people put a lot of their work and time and efforts in their sound. And jurors don't want to see something that is dubbed, because that's the work of a dubbing agency. So I think that it's very important to submit your program in the original language, because that's the beauty of your program as well. Is that's part of the cast. You chose people for their voices also.
That's great. Actually, that's great to see our original sound being appreciated. And explain a little bit to us, how does the judging process work? Who are the jurors? Everything.
Jurors are from everywhere on the planet. We're in the International Academy, and we want to make sure that the programs are judged really around the world. So there are 3 rounds of judging, and the Academy selects jurors. Again, they're high-level executives or creatives from around the world. We choose people who are experts in their specific category. So obviously, if we look for jurors for news, we're going to look for people who are making the news, right? Or for animation, we're going to ask people who are doing animation. It's really people who know their craft, and every single program that is submitted into the competition and that is, of course, eligible is going to be judged by international jurors. The Academy is not doing any pre-selection of programs. As long as your program complies with our rules and regulations and is submitted, then it is going to be seen by jurors around the world.
Oh, that's great. So there is no pre-selection.
There is no pre-selection. We want to see everything that was on television. There's something that's, I believe, very important to hear for people who are making programs. You're probably the worst juror for your own program. Sometimes we have people who just think, I'm not sure, I'm not going to submit my show. But if you don't submit your show, our jurors are not going to see it. And you don't know what the jurors are going to, to be interested in, or going to like, or be touched by. Many people just, tried their luck and said, oh, I thought that I had no chance, but I still submitted the show because that's something I liked, and they got nominated, and they were surprised. Like, why are you surprised? Yeah, a wonderful show, and it's been nominated. People loved it.
And when do we find out if the program is nominated?
So it's a long wait because the process is long. We have a first round where jurors are watching every single program that was submitted into the competition, and that is eligible, of course. Then we have a second round that's taking place around the world, where the Academy either travels in person or virtually, as we did last year. But still, we have those programs are judged by, again, jurors around the world, different events hosted by Academy members who are, inviting jurors, professionals from their region to screen these programs. And that's where the nominees are being selected. But that process is happening from June to September, so it's a long time. And that's when we actually can announce our nominees. So depending on the categories, for news, current affairs, and the free kids categories, we announce in late August. And for the other categories, we announce the nominees, let's say late September. We try to do it as early as possible because we know that people want to know if they are nominated. So it's mostly a question of making sure that we finish our process as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I can speak for myself. I usually get pretty anxious to find out who the nominees are. And remind me again, when is the Emmy Awards? It's November 22nd, right?
So yes, the event's going to be. It's a sometimes a good reminder, and you can Google it very quickly. It's the Monday before Thanksgiving in the U.S. So if you Google Thanksgiving, which is always on a Thursday, and you just look a few days before, it's the Monday night. So that's where the gala is taking place.
Great. And this year, the Emmys are going to be in November, right? So
yeah,
every year in November. Yeah, I think it's 22nd November. I think that's my questions. Yeah, Nathaniel, we put the link here for submissions. The call for interest link. If anybody who is watching us want to submit their programs, we have the link right here on Facebook, and it's a quick submission via website. Nathaniel, do you have anything you want to say to Brazilian or Latin America market?
I guess that if there's something to say is, submit your shows. We want to see them. Many people sometimes when I'm traveling around the world, they come to me and they just ask me, I don't understand why I never get nominated. And my first question is always, did you submit your program? And you have no idea. Like those people just say, oh, I thought that you select them. So it's very important to remember, we do not select the programs. They have to come to us. So you submit your shows, because that's the only way for our jurors to watch them, to screen them and vote for them. If you want to get a chance to get nominated and win an Emmy, then you have to do the first step, which is presenting your programs.
You need to apply. You need to not only believe in your product, but you do need to apply, because as Nathaniel said, there is no pre-selection, so you're not going to be invited to participate in the international competition. You need to apply, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's how it works. And again, it's also numbers rules. The more programs you have into the competition, the better the chances, because again, you don't know what the jurors are going to like. Something also that people are sometimes surprised about is that their shows that sometimes get nominated was not a hit locally, and they were surprised because they submit a show that was a hit and they submit another show just because they really liked it, but that didn't really work in their country, and they were very surprised because that's the show that got nominated. You obviously, producers, broadcasters, networks, think about their own audience, but it's important to remember that those programs are judged outside their region by people who are just looking at the programs with a different, mindset and a different culture, and they're going to be interested in things that you might not, think as, unique or interesting or exotic, So that's why it's very important that people see what you're doing and watch your shows, because you might be surprised to which show is going to be, the one that people are going to keep in mind.
Nathaniel, may I talk at one thing? When during this year that I was jury, what I love very much was the opportunity for me, like producer, for example, to see what the different countries are doing. I discovered that, for example, opportunity to do things with Korea or China, because I understand how what the consumer there, what they doing there. And I think that for this, it's a wonderful opportunity for the academy to have the different culture, different language. It's wonderful. For me, it was a wonderful experience. Thank you very much for.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for giving us your time and your expertise. And I love to hear that, because I think that this is the one thing that the academy can give to our jurors, to our members, is a window to the rest of the world. That's what is interesting. And today more than ever, so many co-productions between different countries and regions, and that's the beauty of it. When countries meet and know that they can actually do something together, and many new programs, new formats that speak to the entire world. So that's something we're really proud to be part of.
Now, when I saw, for example, Ricky, director of Diet Crime, in that meeting that you organized, for example, I think that Diet Crime, for example, it's an example very wonderful, that it's how we can have our projects in Emmy, and it's very different. I saw two times these programs. And I understand that it's possible for us in Brazil to have a very good production in Emmy. Last year, our colleague De Gulanes have a winner in Emmy, International Emmy, with comedy. It was fantastic. Congratulations to them. And it's because they submit the program. We need to submit.
No, absolutely, and we've been seeing more and more programs. Brazil is extremely present in our nominations. Been nominated almost 160 times, and won many awards. So there's 19 programs that won Emmys from Brazil. Brazilian programs are really appreciated, and they absolutely have their chance to be nominated and to win an Emmy. So I think that would be a shame not to try.
Just to remind everyone, the link is here to submit. The link is right here on the Facebook page.
Thank you very much for doing that. That's great.
Just only one comment. I think that's very, very important. People understand that the companies, like a production company, can submit. It's not necessary that, for example, the channel that submit the content. You can do this directly.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for mentioning this, Victoria.
Yeah.
Yes, as long as you have the rights to the program, you can submit. So it can be the producers, it can be the network, it can be a distributor. You just have to make sure that everybody involved know that you have decided to submit the program. So we don't want everyone to submit the same program. But as long as everybody knows, of course, yes, you should feel free to submit your own program as producers, and you don't have to wait for the network to do it, for sure.
Yeah. Well, last thing, can you tell for people what's the website of the Academy, for people go there and to understand more details about?
Absolutely. So yes, I think that the actual address directly to our entry forms and rules and regulations are here. But you can just go directly to our website, which is iemmys.tv. TV as in television, so it's IEMMYS.tv. And if you land on our main page, you'll find the link directly to submit your programs.
Nathaniel, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
And I hope that it's the first live that we go to do together. Okay?
That's good. Yes, thank you so much.
Good luck for this year. The event, all the things that you just heard here.
Absolutely. Thank you for giving me this this opportunity to talk about how to submit the program, and I really hope that I'll see lots of programs from Brazil submitted into the competition.
Yeah, I hope so.
So thank you, Nathaniel. Thank you, the Academy. Thank you, Valkyria. Just to remind everyone who is watching us, the deadline for submissions is today at noon New York time. The link to submit is right here. The deadline will be extended, but go to the website, fill out the form, and submit. Okay?
And remember, talk with our colleagues that we're going to have this live in Facebook and Instagram of Festival do Rio during with subtitles in Portuguese and English and in Spanish also.
Yeah, right. This will be recorded and will be there for later watching. Okay. So thanks, guys. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye.